Imagine standing before a throne in heaven surrounded by angels, thunder, and mysterious beings. In the center of it all, a radiant figure holds something in their right hand. It's not a sword, a weapon, or any ordinary artifact. It's a book unlike anything we know, written inside and out, sealed with 7 seals. A book whose opening will unleash events that will change the history of humankind. This is the scene presented in chapter 5 of the book of Revelation. But what's inside this book? Why is it so important? And most importantly, why is only the Lamb worthy to open it? It all begins with the Apostle John, exiled on the island of Patmos, receiving a divine vision. He is taken in spirit to heaven and sees a magnificent throne. This vision is already impactful on its own. The throne is surrounded by 24 elders, 4 living creatures with unique forms, and hundreds of thousands of angels worshiping God. At the center of this throne is God, the Creator, holding a book in his right hand. But this is not an ordinary book. It is sealed with 7 seals, indicating that its contents are completely inaccessible. Each seal symbolizes a barrier that can only be broken by someone with supreme authority. The scene is filled with silence and suspense. A powerful angel proclaims with a voice that echoes throughout the universe, "Who is worthy to open the book and break its seals?" The silence that follows this question is disturbing. There is no answer. Neither in heaven nor on earth nor under the earth does anyone present themselves as worthy to open the book. John, the narrator of this vision, cannot contain his emotions. He cries, but it's not ordinary crying, it's a deep cry filled with despair. After all, if no one can open the book, God's plans for the world will remain hidden. Redemption, judgment, and divine justice will remain unfinished. This moment is crucial. It reminds us of something deeply human, the feeling of helplessness in the face of the unknown. How many times do we look to the future and feel unable to decipher it? Just like John, we can find ourselves in situations where everything seems sealed, closed, inaccessible. When all seems lost, a voice emerges. One of the elders around the throne says to John, "Do not weep. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has prevailed to open the scroll and to loose its 7 seals." This is a powerful statement. The Lion of the tribe of Judah is a reference to Jesus Christ. He is called a lion because of his strength, authority, and kingship. But right after that, John doesn't see a lion, he sees something completely different. In the center of the throne appears a lamb, looking as if it had been slain, but is alive. He has 7 horns and 7 eyes, representing complete power and absolute knowledge. This image is deeply symbolic. The Lamb is Jesus Christ, who was sacrificed on the cross, but rose again and is now glorified. Jesus is the only one worthy to open the book because he overcame. He overcame sin, death, and the power of darkness by giving his life for humanity. He is both the Lion of the tribe of Judah and the Lamb of God. This duality is fascinating. He is strong like a lion, but also humble and sacrificial like a lamb. But what's inside this book? Why is it so important? The sealed book represents God's complete plan for humanity. It contains the mysteries of the end times, the judgment of the wicked, and the final redemption of the righteous. Each of the 7 seals that bind it holds specific events that will trigger the fulfillment of the divine purpose. Throughout the following chapters of Revelation, we see the seals being opened one by one. Each seal brings a shocking revelation, the horsemen of the apocalypse, the tribulations, and the signs that point to the return of Christ. This is one of the central questions of this passage. Why was no one in heaven or on earth found worthy to open the book? The answer lies in Jesus' sacrifice. He is the only one who lived a perfect and sinless life. He is the only one who volunteered to pay the price for the sins of humanity. And he is the only one who conquered death and rose again with power. Jesus' sacrifice made him worthy to carry out God's plan revealed in the book. This teaches us a profound truth. Spiritual victory does not come from human strength, but from submission to God and obedience to his will. The vision of the sealed book and the Lamb who opens it has practical and spiritual implications for our lives. Just as the sealed book is in God's hands, so is the control of history. Even when we don't understand what's happening, we can trust that he is in control. Jesus is worthy to open the book, and this gives us hope that he can also open doors and bring answers to our lives. The Lamb overcame because he lived with a clear purpose. This challenges us to seek our purpose in God and to live a meaningful life. When the Lamb takes the book, something extraordinary happens. All the angels, elders, and living creatures bow down before him and begin to worship him, singing, "You are worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals because you were slain, and with your blood you purchased for God persons from every tribe and language and people and nation." This scene reminds us that, in the end, all creation will recognize the authority and love of Jesus. The sealed book in Revelation reminds us that God has a perfect plan, even when everything seems chaotic. The Lamb is worthy, and he invites us to participate in this story of redemption. The question that remains is, are you willing to trust in the Lamb who overcame for you? He has already opened the book, now it is up to us to open our hearts.